Hi everyone, over the next few minutes I'm going to give you an update from the most popular Amazon forums on what's really going on for sellers on Amazon, the problems they're facing right now and what they should do about it. So stay tuned. So one of the hottest topics at the moment on the Amazon forum seems to be this concern about scammers and how to avoid them, how to deal with them, ultimately how to win the war on scammers. Many good e-commerce blogs have mentioned recently online scamming is on the up. In fact, it's up over 53% this year in the UK alone. Gee whiz, that really does worry me. But hey, we have to deal with it. So one idea which I have heard recently in my podcast from some sellers, and you can check the link below if you want to hear more of those podcasts, is this whole idea that if you do have a package that you're sending out that is of relatively small value, why not put a fake tracking number on it? At least then it looks like the package is tracked and possible scammers are deterred so that they don't say it hasn't arrived. It is an interesting point. There have been lots of great points made by sellers who have actually tried this, and they say that yeah, it initially does work, but in the long term it really hasn't made that much difference in the amount of no-shows that are claimed by the people who are buying their products. Personally, I think the best way to avoid people scamming you or claiming that it hasn't been received is to really just send it tracked. Now, that's not always possible if you're selling relatively low valued items, in which case you have to consider other avenues. As I said earlier, if they're smaller items, you have to balance up if the use of your time really merits it. So for example, if you're selling shoelaces and you're selling 100 of them a day and one is not delivered, well, is it really worth all the hassle of having to go through the claims process and work out? I just don't know. I once had someone who claimed that they didn't receive it, and it was very interesting how it turned out. In this case, they said we didn't receive it. Thankfully, I had sent it tracked, so basically I was able to get from the Royal Mail in the UK the actual signature that the person signed with, and I was able to email it to them and say, hey, well there it is, you did receive it. And they just kind of answered, oh sorry, I was referring to a different parcel, it wasn't yours, sorry for the mix-up. In Spanish they say, cara dura, que cara dura. So he was a bit of a chancer. But these things happen. I once used to do business with another person who used to say to me, Patrick, it's all part of doing business. You gotta factor in the fact that there will be some element of theft or of things going missing. You can't lose too much sleep over it, especially if they are low valued items. We have to take everything in moderation. It's very easy to get onto our hobby horse and say, no, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm not going to let anyone scam me ever. It's hard to know what the answer is, but sometimes you just got to let it go if it is a small valued items. If it is a bigger item, as I say, spend the extra £1 or £2 to actually send it tracked. And that way, when it comes to the claim process, it's a lot easier for you. I would love to hear your opinion on this matter. Don't forget to check out my other videos. You can see them appearing up here if you're on a PC, or you can click the link below if you're on a mobile. Also, you can download my free guide to helping you with everything e-commerce related. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this issue. This has been Patrick from Selling Online Today. Bye-bye.